Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, Jaxson Green, and you're listening to Hot Topics. Today we will be discussing the topic of the pursuit of happiness. Every American's dream. Happiness. Some special guests today will be my mom and dad, Jessica Green and Cameron Green, who will be joining us later. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. When Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence, it said, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." Those are great freedoms which everyone should have. Everyone should have the right to life and freedom and the pursuit of happiness. Now, you may be wondering, what is the pursuit of happiness? And to me, everyone has their own opinion on it. But I think there is a sort of conjoined topic and narrative that everyone thinks it is. Me personally, I believe the pursuit of happiness is everyone pursuing what makes them happy, which is probably the complete definition of it. Other people may say it's just finding what makes them happy, or basically everyone I think would think that. You may wonder why it's called the pursuit of happiness and not the gain of happiness or the accomplishment, whatever you want to call it. And I think that it's called the pursuit of happiness because when Thomas Jefferson wrote it, he knew that not everyone was going to be able to accomplish and gain their happiness and what makes them happy. I think it was very smart to not say everyone will have the right to gain happiness, because that's not realistic. Life is not always going to be happy, and sometimes it won't be happy at all. That's the truth. And you see many times people trying to gain their happiness and it not working, or trying to gain what they want and it doesn't work. Now, yes, you do have the people who do accomplish that, and that's great for them, But not everyone will always gain what makes them happy. Some examples of people who have gained what makes them happy, you can take like any sports player. I'll point out like LeBron James specifically. He was basically homeless with just his mom as a child, and now he's arguably the greatest basketball player, if not athlete, ever. People like that are an inspiration and what inspires other people to pursue what makes them happy. A lot of times, other examples could be celebrities or any big famous person, like, talk show hosts, TV hosts, like, Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, people like that, they pursued or determined, and they accomplished what made them happy. I'm sure everyone listening has something that makes them happy and they're pursuing it. And if you don't, I encourage you very much so to pursue that, because when or if you accomplish it, it will make you happy. Trust me. On that note, we will be introducing our first guest, Miss Jessica Green. How are you, Jessica?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
You know why you're here today, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we will be talking about the pursuit of happiness. So I am wondering, what is your definition of the pursuit of happiness?
The pursuit of happiness is following a path that leads you to an end result of whatever set your soul on fire.
Okay, why would you say that it's called the pursuit of happiness and not so much as the gain or accomplishment?
Because people like to do what makes them happy, and as long as it is legal and of moral code, then you should pursue it. Just like you have an end goal in mind, if you want to be a millionaire, you're going to do everything you can to become a millionaire. And if that's what's going to make you happy, then that would be the pursuit of happiness.
Can you name off anyone who you've gained, inspiration for your pursuit of happiness from?
Well, there are many people throughout my life and throughout history that I could pinpoint. Um, one of which would be pause. Someone that has been an inspiration to me in their pursuit of happiness would be Chadwick Boseman. He is an excellent actor, but he wasn't always an actor, and he didn't always pursue to become an actor. His goal in life was to help people and to raise people up and to be a leader for positivity in and throughout the world for kids, adults, young people. It didn't matter who he interacted with, their life was changed forever. And that was his pursuit of happiness. That's what made him happy, and that's what set his whole soul on fire.
So you're saying that his pursuit of happiness is doing what he can in the world to make others happy.
Well, that was one of his talents. He was using his talents to help him pursue his happiness.
What would you say your pursuit of happiness is?
I think an everyday life experience is my pursuit of happiness. Hearing my kids laugh, hearing my kids smile, coming home to a happy family, coming home to a husband and to my kids, seeing the positivity that is created every day in their lives and watching them overcome struggles in their life. Those are things that make me happy. As far as my career is concerned, what makes me happy is my career and what I have accomplished within my career and where I see myself going. And keeping my eye on the prize up ahead, and as I accomplish each hurdle that comes my way, that is one more step towards pursuing what I think will bring happiness.
All right, Jessica, those are some great answers. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
So, a takeaway from talking with Jessica was that her pursuit of happiness is more of family and seeing other people happy rather than her personal happiness, which is just another example of how different someone's pursuit of happiness can be from another person. Moving on into our next segment, I'll be introducing our next guest, Mr. Cameron Green. How are you, Cameron?
I'm doing just fine.
What would you say your pursuit of happiness is?
My pursuit of happiness is very vague, but also extremely specific.
What do you mean by that?
I look for things ways in which I should say, I can try to uplift people. One of the things that I do each day is I try to make someone laugh. It can be just a little chuckle, it could be a belly laugh, but I try to say or do something that will cause joy, that will bring mirth and levity into someone's life. So that is something that I try to do daily. And most days I do accomplish that. And it makes me feel like I've somehow benefited someone if I can get that individual or those individuals to laugh a little bit.
Do you have any personal inspiration from someone or something?
Yes, I draw inspiration from my dad. He had very similar mentality all through life. As I was younger, I would watch him do his best to try to uplift people, to try to bring some humor to their life. And so I kind of took that upon myself as I got older as well.
Do you think that a pursuit of happiness can be what anyone wants, or do you think it is subject to one specific area?
I think it can be whatever a person wants, but at the same time, I don't think that everyone knows what they truly want, which is what makes pursuing happiness such a dangerous thing.
Why do you think it is the pursuit of happiness and not the accomplishment or gain of happiness?
Happiness is something which can be attained, but it seems to be something which is only attained through continuing to search for it or pursue it. In other words, the moment that we feel that we have attained or that we've gained some sort of permanent happiness is the moment that, again, we need to start seeking it, because it's something which is elusive. But pursuing it doesn't mean that you're actually chasing it to me. It just means that you're doing things which bring you happiness. And generally, if you're finding ways to be happy yourself, you're going to find ways to make other people happy as well. So it's, yes, a pursuit, but at the same time, it is also just actions, the things that we do on a daily basis. It could be something as simple as a hobby that one has. It could be something as simple as a show that someone watches. It could be something as simple as a song which a person or enjoys singing, or some genre of music that they enjoy listening to. But again, it's those things that we do that help us pursue happiness.
So you're saying that the pursuit of happiness is not something permanent, because once you accomplish something that makes you happy, you're going to look for something else to make you happy.
Obtaining happiness is kind of by definition momentary, because once we have it's going to give us momentary joy, momentary pleasure. You get a rush of endorphins, your body chemistry changes, you smile more, and then not immediately, hopefully, but soon enough, you want to either build upon that by doing the same activities, or you want to see if there's something else, possibly very different or very similar, that can also fit into that mold of bringing you happiness or helping you find happiness.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Cameron. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Yes, I'm wondering why I'm in this basement with very dim lighting.
Okay. Thank you, Cameron. And we'll be moving on to our next segment now. Just my overall ending thoughts on the pursuit of happiness. So, some takeaways I have gained, and I think hopefully you all gained from Cameron and Jessica, was that, one, Jessica's pursuit of happiness was more of seeing other people happy. She mentioned her kids, her husband, and helping others. Cameron also said that he, every day tries to make someone laugh. It could be just a little giggle, belly laugh, or hysterical, rolling on the ground laughing. And he also said that happiness is not permanent. But it's not like a one-time thing either. It's something that is sort that you rejuvenate every day, hopefully. I mean, I know all of us, you can't be happy all the time, but we try to be. And I think that overall that is what the pursuit of happiness is. It can be anything, because everyone will have different definitions, but overall, from what I've gained from my personal thinking and other people's thoughts and words that they've spoken is that the pursuit of happiness is subject and different to every person, and overall is not something permanent, but has to be continually attained. And I think that is why it is called the pursuit of happiness and not the gain, because it's something that you have to constantly renew and rejuvenate. Otherwise, it would just be called the gain of happiness, you know? You achieve what makes you happy and then you're done. And you're permanently happy. That's not the way life is. You have to constantly make others happy again, whatever your definition of that is. I think this was a great episode and probably one of our best. So I'm Jaxson Green, your host of Hot Topics. I'm signing off. Thank you everyone for joining us, and I will see you next episode, or hear you, or talk to you. Anyways, goodbye.